Hello everyone, this is Julie Edwards at Craft So Cute, and welcome back to my channel. And I want to give Jacquelene Langeman, I hope I said that correctly, Jacquelene Langeman, a special shout out to say thank you for your encouragement and kind words and ideas and inspiration. I'm so excited to keep going, even though I'm like this, look, you know, doing mixed media, like, I'm gonna do it. But I wanted to show you, that's what I picked up today, Jacquelene. It was $9.99 at my Hobby Lobby, and it is a 250 mil, 8.5 US fluid ounces. I don't know if that's a good price, and I'm hoping I picked up the right thing. When I was looking at all of the product, the Liquitex, my eyes started stressing out. Totally, that's the perfect word, stress. My eyes were stressing out. My husband was there, and I'm like, I can't do this. I just can't see it. It's I think I'm going blind. My eyes started swelling. I think I just couldn't. I said, I cannot read through all of this and find the one, but it says Liquitex Basics Acrylic Matte Fluid Medium, and I'm hoping this is it. When I shake it, it's liquidy. It doesn't, gesso doesn't do that, so I'm hoping this is what I use to prep the pages, and I think this will go a long way, and I'm hoping this is going to be better than Mod Podge. And you know, let me show you something. That's what I have, thinking, you know, because I'm going to be using a lot of it to cover my chipboard and papers and stuff, but oh my gosh, I haven't used all because I'm not happy. If there's some other way to change my mind about all of this whole 940 mil, it's 32 fluid ounce Mod Podge, then please somebody help convince me to change my mind. I'd hate to waste it. Oh, okay. So I'm going to set that aside. I hope this is it, because I will try this in a little while, like tomorrow, because it's super late. Didn't have time. I was going to work on this. I was going to start painting all this, but it's so late. Probably won't go to bed until like, you know, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because once I start something like this, it's very hard for me to put it down. So I will start this tomorrow, this video process of me painting this. I'm going to set it aside. All right. So, Jacquelene, thank you so much for encouraging me and saying that you're fine with my chatty cattiness, and you know, thank you so much. You're just so encouraging, and you're like, out of all my subscribers and people who've watched me, the first one that actually talks to me, and I want to say thank you for talking to me. I'm so happy that someone is talking to me. You know. Okay, well, I'm going to set this aside, and thank you, Jacquelene Langeman. Thank you. This video process is coming straight to you, okay, because it's for you, okay? All right. So, you talked about this, Jacquelene, about the wanting to see this process of me embossing this. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I have my embossing pens, the markers, one with the brush and the fine tip. And I think, you know, and here's that number. 5 times 3 is 15, my favorite groups of numbers. Anyway, this would be, I guess, would be perfect to use the brush tip, so it'll, you know, cover more real estate, you know, instead of using the fine one to cover all that. And plus, by the time I cover it with the fine tip, I'll probably ruin the fine tip. You know, because that's a lot of coverage to use a fine tip. So I'm glad that they came with the brush and the fine tip. And this is Ranger. This is Tim Holtz Ranger. Isn't Ranger Tim Holtz? It's an Embossing pen. And we'll see how long this lasts, because I plan to do a lot of embossing during this project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, oh, I'm going to do some of this, and let's see how that comes out with the copper on this. Yeah, I'm just going to dot around some copper, and let's see how well this makes this little owl mask pop out. So let me get my tray. I'm going to set that aside. And I'll do this one first. Well, you know, and look at this. This is my little tray. Okay. This was part of Andrea's kit. And this would be perfect to use the fine tip embossing. So I thought I might do this every other color, like black, white, black, white, black, white. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Black on these numbers, I'm going to do black, white, alternate it and see how that comes, because you know I got to keep the black and white throughout the theme of this. And then I'm going to use this one first because it's really fine, and I'm going to use this fine tip one, which I think this is the fine tip, and this is the brush. So I'll do this. So I'm going to prep this wherever this is. Okay, I'm going to prep this little paper so all the stuff does not stick to. I guess it's a static free powder. It works. I just took, you know, the veteran crafters out there for their word. Yeah, because they know better. And then when I tried it out, I'm like, yep, that works. Because when I was embossing before I used this, I was like, why is the embossing powder staying on the paper? You know, like, and you could, it's just problematic. And I did remember to turn off my fan, so the embossing powder is not going to go everywhere. So my fan's off, and it's getting pretty warm in this room. Okay, so now here, nope. That's the felt. That's the brush. And let me just. Okay, I'm gonna move this real quick. Even though it's prepped, I'm gonna set it aside because I need this. Here's the pen. It's got that fine tip pen. Look at. Let's see. Let me see something. Let's go in. Nope, can't do it in the back of that, but I can on this one. So it's a light gray. Can you guys see that? It's a light gray, but that's okay. You won't see that because your embossing powder will cover it. Even the white embossing powder. Okay. So let me see how we can just zoom in on this. Okay. There we go. I hope this is not a blur. I zoomed in so you could see what I'm doing with this pen. And see, can you see the color change? Yeah, you can. See? See, it's a little darker now, right? I'm going to go over the eye. See how dark it is? That's the embossing ink. And I just go over it twice. And you don't have to apply a lot of pressure with this pen. It comes out. Look at that. Check that out. Yeah. So these pens do work. When I saw it being used on YouTube, I don't know where, I just been, you know, when I have a little insomnia, a little, my husband would be laughing right now if he heard that. He said, because he knows I have a lot of nights like that I have insomnia, just can't sleep, you know, like I have so much pain going on in my body. I hurt often. Okay, so I hold this down with my tweezer. Oh, come on. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's see. There we go. And I'm gonna go over it again. Make sure that it's nice and moist. Okay. Anyway, today, my husband says, comes into the craft room, and it's so funny. He says, I want pizza, and I want it today. I'm like, okay, you want pizza? He goes, no, I'm craving pizza. I said, okay. So where do you want to have pizza? Where do you want to go get the pizza? And he says, well, I want to go to Cece's Pizza. I'm like, he goes, because I want a salad. I said, well, honey, what about thinking about if you're wanting a pizza, you know, a salad? He goes, and especially a salad. And I'm like, well, you know, Cece's Pizza doesn't have that great of salad, right? Their salad bar is like, just like mainly that iceberg lettuce. There's no spinach and anything else. I said, if you want a really good salad, why don't we go to Golden Corral? You know, because they have all the, you know, the steaks, and we love the, where's that? We love the chicken livers. Oh, yes, I said it. I said it on film. I love it. My husband and I love it. Chicken livers. Yeah, didn't discover that until I got out here into the South, you know. But look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that embossing powder. What? Yeah, from that pen. Check it out. Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? Okay, I'm going to just set this aside over here and then put this powder away. Okay. And then I will zoom that out. All right. All right. Don't drop this, Julie. Okay, there it is. I'm going to get my little heat gun and plug it in. So, pizza. So then he says, well, I said, well, okay, well, I said, so where do you want to go to Cece's? Well, it's closed in Fort Oglethorpe. And I said, so we're going to Hamilton Mall in Chattanooga? And he says, no, we'll go to Dalton, where he works. And it's an hour-long drive for him. And I said, do you want to go on a Saturday, drive an hour into Dalton? You drive this drive every day during the week. And he said, yeah, I want pizza. I'm like, okay, what about if we're going to, like, you know, if you want pizza, why don't we go get a Costco pizza? At least the Costco pizza tastes better than this, you know, Cece's Pizza. And I said, if you want a salad, we can buy salad from Costco and have salad at home. Plus, I need more salad toppers because I'm out. I love I don't know if it's the Kirkland brand, but their salad topper is yummy. I just eat it like a snack. It gives me energy. It's got that, it's natural sweetness from the cranberries in it. Oh, anyway, we ended up going into Dalton. And so, as I'm telling him, said, you know, we could have had, you could have better salad, a wonderful salad bar, and steak and chicken livers and, you know, fried shrimp and all those things. He says, now you tell me? I said, what do you mean now you tell me? I said, you're the one that came into the craft room demanding that you go to Cece's Pizza today, and you think I'm going to argue with you on your day off? I'm like, no, ain't going to happen. I ain't going to do it. You know, it's like, wherever you want to go, honey. So we ended up at Cece's Pizza, and yeah, it was not a very good experience. You know, but he got satisfied. His hangry moment was over, because he was hangry by the time he got there. So anyway, yeah, he mentioned it about the time I was in here in the craft room trying to figure out where the percentage was on my loading of the video. I think it was like 10:30. We didn't leave the house until 4 because I'm slow. Hey, my showers take me longer, you know, getting dressed takes me longer, you know, and everything else. So yeah, he was hangry by the time we got there, you know. But he was still sweet. He was, you know, so anytime I mentioned different places to eat, like I was saying, well, why didn't we just go for chips and salsa and some Mexican food? And he says, well, do you want me to turn around and go all the way back to Somerville? I'm like, no, we were like almost like over halfway to Dalton. And he says, you want me to turn around and go the other way? I'm like, no. Yeah, so anyway, so while we were up in Dalton, I said, well, we're going there. We're going to stop in at Hobby Lobby. And you know, every time I mention Hobby Lobby, you know, his feet starts to cringe, right? Because they don't want to go anywhere near Hobby Lobby. Yeah, his feet starts to buckle, you know. They don't want to come along with me. So, that's when I stopped in to go and find my Liquitex. Something that's going to help me so it won't bend up all these little papers and projects. I'm hoping it works. I hope I got the right one. We'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to turn this on really quick. Okay, it shouldn't be too loud, but if it is, you'll let me know in the comments below, right? Okay. Ooh, oh, hold on. Hold up. Hold that down. Yeah, I just love embossing powder. I should have probably did this one in copper or silver. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to turn. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, and there it is. Yep. Okay. I just set this side on the side. And there it is. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so that's done. Now, I was thinking, Jacqueline and my crafty friends and family, I was thinking about, you were saying 5, right, on the hat? Now, I was thinking about doing texture paint, but check this out. Were you talking about texture paint? Like putting the modeling paste on here? Or I was thinking about taking my little number 5 and taking the brush pen now, not the fine one. And then I'm going to, ooh, look at that there. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, watch this. Yeah, that looks pretty. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold up. Okay, where'd it go? We got to do this because I don't want that extra powder just sticking to this paper. Have you ever wore, okay, clothing when you, I know it was back in the 70s. Yeah. When my mother didn't put any softener or whatever they do to take out the static cling. Well, when I put on my pants, you know, it's got the bell bottoms, you know, bell bottom pants, but it was made out of polyester. Think about it, polyester, full of static cling. I had a bad day at school all day long. Bad day. There was nothing you could do. You couldn't even pull or pry those pants from my skin. It just clung on to me. And so, yeah, static cling. It's crazy if you don't use this powder stuff here. It's like static cling on all the paper, and you can't get rid of all those little embossing powders unless you take a paintbrush and brush it off. And that's a hassle because then that just creates more of a mess for you to clean up. So anyway, I'm taking this pen now and I am going to emboss this using the embossing ink and put my 5 down right here. See, check that out. Oh my gosh. So you could use and see how fine, and all of your stencil is not getting all messy and wonky and, you know, whacked out. Look at that. Check that out. I think this is going to work, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, wow. I'm going to use the white embossing powder on this. Okay, so there's the 5. And then, where's my 1? 1. Okay, so this is going to be tricky because I can't lay this on top of my 5. You know what? I'm going to do it one at a time so I don't screw this up. That's a good idea, right? Okay. Alright. Let's get back to that. Get the white. Check that out. Oh, I got part of the other. So, where's my remedy? There it is. See, I'm going to clean up this 5 because I obviously got too much over here. There. See if I can get a little more on there. Oh yeah. Alright, set this aside and let's see how well this does, okay? I know, this is just like, I'm hearing it, but it seems like it's tedious, tiny little work, but that's why, you know, when we go and put our journals up for sale, it's like, it's work, you know? Our time is valuable, but, you know, that's why we're, you know, when we don't want to sell ourselves short, right? When we go to sell our journals and stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's my 5. And my paper is all curled up. Okay. Where's that? How does that look? That's a 5. Visible 5, right? Yeah, I'm sure it is. And now, I gotta... Okay. Yep. There we go. Now I'm going to do my 1. Right here. Hopefully that's lined up good. Okay. Okay. And there that is. Let's see if I can get most of this in here like so. Oh yes. Is my 1 gonna show up? My 1 looks like it's kind of chubby. See what's going on here. This is when you need one of those magnifying glasses. Oh yeah, let's just clean that up a little bit. All right. Set that aside. Let's see what I have. I'm doing this. All right. Okay. So, see, that embossing pen works pretty good, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. That looks... And this element is from her Andrea's kit. And this... Now I've got to... Oh, let's cool that off. Woo! Paper's pretty warm. I end up curling that over because... And what I think I'm going to do is end up... Because I printed this out on copy paper, then I backed it up with tea stain paper. But it's actually kind of still thin. What I haven't done here was corner... Because in the kit, when you cut this out, it's got these little curved edges. And I didn't curve it. You know, I didn't cut that up, but I will. But I think I'm going to back this up into... on cardstock, and then use this as a belly band when I go to start decorating the inside of the signatures. So that's why I made all of these, I fussy cutted all the stuff out, and that's because I wanted to use them and get them all ready for the signatures to start decorating. So we have that one done. Okay, so we've got, I've done these two. See, I've got to bend that and curl that over. So look how pretty that is. We got the 15 on the hat. And then I wanted to try something out here with the embossing, the fine point pen. Let me just... And what I'm going to do with her is use this fine tip. Nope, that's the brush. Where's my fine tip? Right over here. And I'm going to, where you see, oh, I'm going to be etching some of the black. I'm going to etch it in like a sketching, like you're sketching a picture, so that way it doesn't take away from the highlights of the in the hair, the lighting. And see how that black embossing powder will pick that up, you know, and allow her to pop out more. So we'll see. If all else fails, I'll just make another copy. Right? Okay. Wait, oh, I'm going to prep this first a little bit. I do not. Okay. All right. So here we go. And this is what I'm going to do. I'll bring it in. So I'm going to be sketching her hair out with the fine point. So I'm just kind of lightly going over her. We'll see how this let's see how that'll come out. It's that powder. Oh, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's do this quick. And hopefully I put enough embossing ink down. This will be the moment of truth. Yep. Like I said, if all else fails, I'll just make another copy, right? Let's just see how that's gonna. Oh, okay. I think that's gonna look pretty good. You see how I've got that sketched in? I probably should have done a little bit more, but I was in too much of a rush. Let's set her aside. And zoom it out real quick. Oh boy. I should have probably... Oh, come on. See? Don't waste as much if you use that powdery stuff. Okay. Let's emboss her. Oh my gosh. How exciting. Oh yes. Hopefully this will turn out right. I'm hoping. Hot. And you know what's wonderful about this? Okay, let me just cool this off over here on the side. I'm going to fan it up. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, it looks like this, and you can see the obvious sketch marks, but here's the beauty about embossing, the embossing ink. You can still go in over that, even though it runs into the other black part, embossed part. It's still going to work. Now see, I can see now from just looking at her where I want to take my embossing pen. Where'd it go? and fill in some more. So that's what I'm going to do. Gosh, this kind of feels like deja vu, like I had dreamt this. Who knows? In my insomniatic moments, I could have been, you know, thinking this up. Now, I see the sketch marks. I mean, you see the embossing, right? Instead of just looking like she's got a bunch of worms that just attacked her head, a bunch of worms. That's what immediately jumped into my head. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do some coverage, a little more coverage here, just like so, and see how this will turn out. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have done. Okay, bring this back here. So you actually can sketch with embossing pens, you know, where you want to. I think it's so cool because you can, right here in the background, you can sketch the cogs out and then put metallic down, like the copper, silver. Okay, let's just leave this. Ooh, okay. Let's just... Okay, check that out. Look at that now. Let's see what that's going to look like when... Let me brush off her little face. So there's nothing there. Oh. Where's that pen? Here, I want to do something. Check this out while I've got this black out. Okay. Okay, right here. No, I don't have steady hands like that. Okay. I seriously don't want to make her eyebrows look like caterpillars. So, I'm going to... And then... eyelashes. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, let her eye pop out, right? Okay. Let's get some of this. How can we do this? Look at that. Look at her eyes. That's the wonder of those little embossing. I'm so glad I stumbled on that YouTube channel, because now look at what we have created with her. Oh my gosh, let me put this away. And let's emboss her. Okay. You know, one thing that I'm waiting to happen, I live out here now in Georgia. I'm originally from California. Not born and raised in California, but just put that there. I grew up in California since the age 3. My dad was finally stationed in California. We moved to the States. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Let me just emboss this really quick. and see what she comes out looking like. Okay. Come on, start turning. Oh, there she is. Wow. This stuff is amazing. I think out of all my crafty supplies, out of the whole crafting world supplies, I think the embossing powder is my favorite. Yeah. Imagine doing a whole painting with embossing powder. So here she is. So let's see, how can let me move this out of the way and bring her in close to see if you could see how I think she's perfect like this. See if we can get you in closer. Look at that. Isn't she lovely? Look at that. Wow. Eliza Doolittle. She's gorgeous. With her shiny brand new hair that's been washed. If you have not seen that movie, that part is really cute and funny. She was just so frightened of the bathtub. She just did not want to get in there. And look, as a result, her hair is shining. And look at that. That's just gorgeous with the embossing pen. I am so happy. You know, it's so great using like chopsticks, right? Anyway, going back to, I'm originally from California. Huge social life, right? Moved here to Georgia in 2007. And whew, what an adjustment. But, you know, I didn't have even though I had a social life out here, I have it's not like how it was in California. You grew up with all your friends are there. And, you know, having this YouTube channel is now for me a means to be able to reach out and talk to lots of people. You know, and make friends that share your passion, you know, and, you know, because before I was out on campus teaching, I'm not there anymore doing that, but, so I don't have the social life like I've wanted to have out here, and I have my friends and I think, you know, and please don't feel sorry when I say this, but for those women out here that I've met that, you know, I became friends with, you know, kind of dwindled away. And that's because, you know, who wants to hang out with someone that's, you know, is, you know, handicapped. I can't keep up with them, you know. I can't walk around and do things. And I don't blame them, you know. So I just can't keep up with them, and that's the fact, you know, but they don't call anymore, and I think that's probably sad. So, but it's okay, because I'm really happy. Even though I'm an extrovert, okay, by nature, I'm comfortable being an introvert and being in my crafting room. But now that YouTube's available and I'm figuring out how to do all this stuff, it's just a nice little outlet to be able to talk to people and then get to know people and check out what they're doing. You know, this is just I love this community of crafting. I've never done this type of before. You know, I embroider, you know, I've painted, I've sketched. But to do junk journaling and doing all of these things, it's a whole new language for me, you know, and I'm excited to learn it. And I'm just so glad to meet a lot of you that are just so supportive and helping me learn all of this great stuff. So I'm at 43 minutes, and I'm going to stop here because now it's going to take a while to even load this video, and I don't even know if I even showed a lot. I don't think so. It's not a whole lot here. I think I just probably rambled on again. But then, thank you, Jacqueline, for understanding if my mouth is just going on and on and on. And thank you for your company. And thank you for those who are watching and tuning in and have stuck it out this long. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I hope you come back, because this is not over. The steampunk is not over. The makings of Eliza Doodle Steampunk Journal. My Fair Lady. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight, and I will do another video in the morning, which is going to start painting this. This is the second page. That's going to mixed media page. That'll go into the journal, and once this is complete, I will have one more to do, and then once that's done, I'm going to be working in the journal itself and start decorating the 3 signatures that I have planned for it. Okay, I'm going to say peace and happy crafting. Can't wait for you to join me again. Bye. Oops. Bye.